Hey MGTOWs, this is Vention. I'm just kicking back, enjoying my retirement. Um, Sometimes it feels a little bit like I'm cheating and that like someone's gonna show up here and drag me back to work. It's like it's kind of hard to really accept that I am truly retired. So yeah, well, I've had bigger problems than that. I just wanted to mention that I went and saw that Joker movie. It was reviewed by that emergency awesome YouTuber, but the guy, that YouTuber or that reviewer is he is a product of current times. He is really leaning to the left and really woke. So I kind of wanted to go see it as well, just to sort of get a red pill perspective on the movie itself. And I gotta admit that I had a hard time seeing the Joker in this character. I don't know if you're going to see the movie, maybe you shouldn't listen to my video because I'm not sure if this will be a spoilery review or not. But 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 basically, yeah, I didn't see the Joker in this character. The Joker in the comic books and in the movies just has so much ability. Just he is like always like 5 steps ahead of everybody. It's like and the guy in the comics and in the genre, in the legends, it's the guy who's like, he's like practically immortal. He's like clearly some kind of extreme genius. It's not he's not just insane. He was absolutely a genius beyond 99.9% of all people, and he basically was always like 10 steps ahead of everybody. And in this movie, I did not see that. I saw a movie about a guy who had serious mental issues and had real serious problems, but I don't see somebody, in this character, I don't see somebody who could grow to become the Joker. I just did not see the Joker in that character. It's as if they decided to create a movie about a crazy guy who just went nuts. A little bit like that movie Falling Down from 15 years ago. It's a little bit like that, a lot like that actually, because shit just keeps happening to him, bad things, and then eventually he just goes completely bonkers and begins thinking or believing and putting out the idea that killing people is funny. And it's really a joke, and it's really funny when that happens. So and apparently that is why he in the comics or whatever became so incredibly brutal because he thought it was funny, I guess. It's weird. And yeah, the guy is clearly, he's like barely struggling to hang on, and absolutely completely dysfunctional. And what he is could never become, in that movie, could never become the Joker. That's just where did all that genius come from? Because it clearly wasn't displayed in the movie. He didn't have any great ability to, he didn't have any of that Rain Man, you know, genius. He didn't have that ability to, like, look at a phone book and pick out a person's name on a certain page. It just, he. He just did not have. He was clueless and did not. And then he just sort of fell into the role of this Joker character, and gained his followers and everything. And it left me. Basically, when you have a movie, you're supposed to have a deliberate suspension of disbelief. It's something that keeps you in the movie and doesn't take you out of the movie. And for much of the movie, in fact, most of the movie, I was out of the movie. It didn't feel real. It didn't feel like it could be real. So, yeah. And then, of course, the standard procedure, the Hollywood people blamed the super rich industrialist for all the problems, and basically anything they can do to, say, do the Orange Man bad thing, they will do that. And they had like a number of the really evil, bad industrialist bankster types, run into the Joker and then go completely, off the rails, attacking and whatnot. And yeah, it's so many things that were like just hard to believe. But then there were things that were easy to believe, like the character was raised by a single mother, and she was absolutely freaking nuts. And basically he was. And then, of course, what happens when women have children who they are unable or to defend, and then they just bring in strange men, and then basically the greatest danger to children is I don't know. Well, one of the greatest dangers is strangers, adults who are in the same household who are not genetically related to them, like stepmothers, stepfathers. And of course, he was abused by a horrible man, and his mother probably abused the shit out of him too. And clearly, there was clearly some serious, probably sexual abuse as well, although it was sort of implied but never really discussed. And then, of course, she was able to keep him even though she was completely freaking nuts. And the state allowed her, even they gave the kid back to her. And there's no way in the world that a guy would have been able, a single father who was that dysfunctional would be able to keep the kid. They would have taken the kid away immediately. The state would have taken the kid away and then nailed him for child support, for foster care, and almost certainly, because anytime money can be harvested from a man, the state will certainly do it. So, other than that, that is my Joker review. Honestly, if I could go back in time and tell myself not to watch it, I might watch it. It was just barely worth it. Way out in the sticks like this, it's a 25-minute drive to the theater, so was it worth it? All in all, barely. If you want to go see it, go right ahead, but I did not see the Joker in that character. Where did all of that physical physical ability to fight. Clearly, he could fight in these in the movies and in the the cartoon and this TV series. Very physically strong, whereas this guy was just crazy and totally dysfunctional and barely hanging on. So yeah, all of that ability just came out of nowhere. Nah, I'm not buying it. That character is not the Joker. Let's see. Yeah, the single mother raised him, and of course they had to have all the Orange Man bad thing going, geez, I guess. I mean, it was okay, but I wouldn't go see it again. So, other than that, I'm just hanging out. Went to the marijuana shop and got some more of this stuff. This is what they call Rick Simpson oil, and you're supposed to take a lot of this stuff. But people have been known to cure cancer just from the Rick Simpson oil. So I was having a hard time with this stuff because I could not take what they were recommending to take. It just messed me up too bad for too long. So, but now I seem to be developing a tolerance for it, and I can take an entire one of these things. And that's what they recommend, so that's what I'm taking. And after about a month and a few weeks of taking that, as well as all the other things I'm doing, then I will get retested and see how I'm doing. So, my fingers crossed. Okay, is there anything else I wanted to discuss? Yeah, I'm enjoying my retirement. Still taking Rick Simpson oil and a whole cardboard box full of supplements. And then, of course, I'm still doing the fasting for during the week when I'm getting my vitamin C megadose IVs. On Monday, I will fast. Tuesday and Wednesday, I will fast. The IVs are on Monday and Wednesday. And then 3 days a week is enough fasting, I think. And then the rest of the week, I will eat, the normal way, maybe 1 or 2 meals a day. I don't eat a lot, even when I'm coming off of a fast these days. In other news, I've now lost 61 pounds. I am 61 pounds lighter than I was before I found out about this whole thing. Okay, guys, I am going to let you go. Just wanted to post this review, and don't get married.